Hi, I want to talk to you guys today about how to create an activity with the Nearpod add-ons. First of all, I want to point out that every Palm Beach County employee teacher has the Nearpod tile in their portal. And when you click on it, you will see that it has the ability to create lessons. If I want to create a lesson within the Nearpod platform, I can. I can start here and add a slide. You can see it has all sorts of activities. But what I really want to show you guys today is how to use the Google Chrome extension with an existing lesson that you already have in Google Slides. This is important because it's a total time saver. So I found a lesson here that's in my Google Drive already. It is about Romeo and Juliet. It's for secondary, and it has different parts of the text chunked up. And I want to add some Nearpod activities within this lesson itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Add-Ons on my menu and do Get Add-Ons. From there, I'm going to find the Nearpod extension and add it. You're going to do the Slides add-on and Drive add-on and install it. It takes about 2 seconds. Okay. And you're ready to go. You're going to look through your lesson and decide where might be a good spot to add an engaging activity. Now, especially in distance learning, you really want to check that you're not talking as the teacher for more than 4 to 5 minutes. If you're talking for that long, at some point you want to take a spot to stop for reflecting, for asking questions, something interactive. And so this is the perfect way to do it. I'm going to go right after slide 5. So here I'm showing how Romeo and Juliet immediately fall in love, and I'm going to see what my students think of that. I'm going to go to the add-ons and go to Nearpod. You have to open it up. And when you open it up, it opens next to your slide and it shows all of the activities that you're able to add to your presentation. Make sure you are signed in to your Palm Beach Schools account. If you haven't been on it or you haven't been on in a while, it will ask you to re-sign in. And you can go through and choose what type of question you want to do or activity. In this case, I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to go here and ask what they think of what happened. So in Romeo and Juliet, they fall in love with just one dance. So I'm going to ask, what do you think about that? Do you think it's possible to fall in love with just one dance? We're going to see if my students are romantics at heart. You can add an image, which is kind of nice for that visual support. And then once you have done your question, in this case, it's a poll. So it gives me the options and I'm going to save it. And you're going to see that it creates a new slide with the activity. Now, because this is in Google Drive, it will look like this. It will not show you the student view. And that's okay. You just have to trust that it's going to work out. And since it's a slide, oops, sorry about that. Since it's a slide, you can move it wherever you want. I'm going to keep it right after that. And then I'm going to add another activity. So here they're finding out about each other's families. So I'm going to insert an activity here. So I'm going to click on this slide. I want to insert the activity after that. And in this case, I am going to go with a collaboration board. I love the collaboration board. It is my favorite option. It's basically an online bulletin board that everyone can add their ideas to. I think it's great because it's just a great language model for students. They can watch the other answers come up and it gives them ideas to spur their thinking. I love it. So I'm going to write I'll just do that title. You're going to see that up here, you only have 44 characters. So it's not much space, but down below, you can do 300 characters. So you can ask a question and then put sentence frames in even. I'll say, what do you think their families will say about their dance? So they danced together, they fell in love, they even kissed. So what are they going to say about this? And so I can insert some sentence frames here. I think Romeo's family will feel about the dance with Julia. So I think Romeo's family will feel blank about the dance with Juliet. Again, you can add an image if you wish. Let's see. And then there's a few designs. So it's the same concept. It's just a different format. You can do whichever one you wish. Then you're going to save it. So when you're wanting to add the extensions, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go through your whole lesson and every few slides think, okay, where could I stop and insert an activity? If you took the Nearpod training already, you might have done the time to climb activity, which is a trivia. That's right here. That's super fun. It's trivia questions, kind of like Kahoot, but it becomes embedded in your lesson so you don't have to go to another window. So there's tons and tons of awesome activities. I'm not going to add any more right now, just so that I can show you what you would do when you are done. So I have a couple activities. When you are done, you're going to hit save and go to Nearpod. It's going to bring you all the way to your Nearpod library. Again, you can get to this through the portal, but once you save it from your Google Drive, it brings you right to Nearpod. So it's going to save it here. Let's see. See where it went. Here it is. Romeo and Juliet love. So it takes a minute to save. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I'm going to really quick show you what you would do once you have it ready to go. So you can see it's your same presentation. And then it now has your activities. Okay, so it says, do you think it's possible to fall in love after just one dance? Yes or no way? Once you have looked at it and you have determined you are ready to send it to your students, you have a couple options. So if you want to do the live presentation, you click live down below and it generates a code. You can share that code through Google Classroom. You can email that code. You can get a link. And what's really nice about this link is you copy it and you just put it in your chat box during your Google Meets. Now, the one thing to know about that is when students join late to a Google Meet, they can't see what's in the chat box. So if you have students join late, you do have to repost the link, but it's so super easy. I'm going to show you what happens when a student clicks on that link. So I copied the link and I'm going to put it in another window right here to show you. And it's so slick. It looks like this. So this is what the students will see. All they have to do is put their name. In this case, I tell my students to please put their first and last name, and then they hit join. It's that quick, and now they have your lesson in front of them. A couple things really quick to keep in mind. I'm going to go back and forth between the teacher and the student. So this is the student view. Notice I cannot do anything with it. I can't click it. I can't do anything. It stays on that screen. The teacher view. Couple things to notice. Down here, I can see that there's one student on my presentation. I can see that Amanda Leskis has joined. So that's really great in a Google Meet. You can tell, I have 16 kids logged on now, and then you can watch this number until you have 16 to know that all your students have joined. The other thing is when I move my screen, my student screen moves. Again, I'm back in the student. I cannot move it. But as the teacher, I control. So I control it and I go here. And here's the teacher version of the poll. I'm gonna go back to the student version and here's my poll. Do you think it's possible to fall in love after just one dance? Okay, I'm gonna answer and hit submit. If I go to the teacher side, I can see, yes, no way, I can see what Amanda Leskis answered. What's really cool about the poll is if you have a bunch of students answering, you can actually, it fills it out on a pie chart here. You can actually share it to the students. So if I go to the student view, I can say, oh, look, 100% of you said yes, which is really fun. It doesn't show from the student view who said what. It just shows how many students answered yes and how many students answered no way. Okay. Go to the collaboration board that we created here. And here's the collaboration board. So from the student view, this is what it looks like. So I would write, I think Romeo's family will feel angry. Now I can post my answer. You're gonna see it says pending approval. I can do an image and post that. This is the student view. I'm gonna go back to the teacher view. You can see I now have 2 comments that as a teacher I need to approve. This is just the way I have mine set up. You don't have to wait for approval. I kind of like to with students. And here is the 2 options that I see. I just give it a green check and it's ready to go. What I like from the teacher view, I can see that Amanda Leskis wrote this. From the student view, I can see the answer. I do not know who wrote each comment. This is huge for our students. And as soon as they realize that level of confidentiality, you're gonna see tons of participation. And then what I like to do is ask, oh, there's a really good answer here. Then you can say to your student, Sally Bien, I love your answer. Would you be willing to read your answer aloud to the class? And since they know that you had a chance to preview it, it's just a little extra layer of protection. It's very easy for our students to take those risks. All right, when I'm done, I'm going to end session here. And that will end it. In the student view, I can see that it is over. A couple things I want to point out. Since this is in your Google Drive, you can, at any point, hit Add-Ons and open up Nearpod again and re-edit it. Add more activities, take activities out. When you're ready to go and you're ready to publish it again to Nearpod, you just do the same step of saving and going to Nearpod. Okay, so you hit edit the lesson, you add more activities, take away, and then save it and go to Nearpod, and then you repeat the process all over with the same link. Okay, super easy. You are going to love it. Please give it a try. Let us know if you have questions, and I can't wait to hear about how much your students enjoy doing lessons with this platform. Great, thank you.